everybody. Welcome back to another day in Grecia here. We've got more mail for we turned in another one of those white jackalopes. So more cherries are ours to claim. And there's our box. And somebody named Fishin' Tipper is here to tell us about a fishing thing. An undiscovered fish has been spotted in the Northern Ocean. If anyone finds it, they should be fishing around noon. So in this ocean, I'm sorry. When did I get a rooster? So in this ocean, around noon, apparently, there will be a fish we haven't discovered. I don't know if it's we haven't discovered it, or if it's like... So it's not one of my 5 fishes here. Wonder what that's gonna be like. We have the sounds of chickens without actually owning chickens. Cherries underground. There we go. I don't know. This walkway being filled with cherry trees just... It feels right to me. Alright, start the day off right here. So there's probably a good chance that we have a visitor today. Seems to be every other day. And we didn't have one yesterday. There we go. That's ready for tomorrow. We got a thing for watering our plants. We need to sell 4 fishies. I don't see us doing most of these. This one, maybe. We're already partway through it. What do we have to sell today? We have a feather. Drumsticks, ours. I don't really have anything to sell to John today, so we won't worry about that. Well, maybe our shovel and get a new one. So, yesterday, I say yesterday, and technically it's the other day, but yesterday we worked on the town stuff, some of our town planning, and was working on putting in where residential homes will go to earn us passive income. And I kind of destroyed this whole area of seeds over here, because we decided that we want town and next to town to be these 2 shades of green. So this is the fir grass, this is the tropical grass, and we kind of want them to meet without the yellow in the middle, which is going to be quite the endeavor because there's quite a bit of yellow on this road. We'll keep all the seeds though and plant them somewhere else. There is no quest today, so we won't be getting... And it looks like that might be Rayne's tent. We might have her back today. Weird the museum guy hasn't come back. It is Rayne. She is here today. And let's see, we got some wheat and we got some potato. Or those are not potatoes. Those would be tomatoes, Brain. Wheat seeds should be relatively affordable. They grow over 9 days, produce 2 wheat apiece, and they can grow all year. Yeah, we'll get some of those. Tomatoes would be better in the long run because they just keep producing for the time that they're in. Oh good, she wants to be here too. I hope hers is cheaper. Tomato seeds, summer and autumn, so we could still be growing them. They grow over 11 days and produce 3. How much does that set us back by? Yeah, we'll do it because we're probably going to need... We're going to do it because we're probably going to need the extra income. I'd like to talk about the town real quick. Can I see our deeds? So how much is this? Oh, Jesus, it went up. Okay. So the museum's 125. We're at just under 40. That might be a minute. That might be a minute. Yeah, we don't have the money right now. I mean, we have some, and we could be working towards it, but... Oh. Do you think we can catch this guy? Let's see. Just over here standing around. Oh, buddy, I want you to... Nope, nope, nope. You were so close to what I wanted. There you go. Good job. Alright, so we got some more cherry seeds. Well, more cherries that we're designating as seeds. We should put money-making plants all along this road. Be it those fruits, be it some of the flowers. Probably gonna have varying fruit trees around. I have cherries come down to here and on either side of my housing one. Which I guess means I technically put these two in the bad place, but I'm okay with that. And maybe start working on some like apples or something. I'm not sure. Apples would be a good complement to the cherries because they're the same color. So pick up from the bridge towards the house with apples. That's an option. Okay. So Rayne gave us more seeds. And I think we're going to do the tomatoes. I only have one more plot set up at this point. Whew. Can you imagine if tilling the soil went this quickly in real life? I feel like more people would be willing to plant and garden if it was this straightforward in real life. Just plop, there it goes, all set up. And water them. I don't think we get anything for just caring for them to begin with. But when they're harvested, we should get XP for it. Pretty sure. So now what I'm thinking, because I don't think this is quite enough space, maybe if we remove the mud for another farm plot. So what I was thinking is we pick it up over here, where we come like from the straight off, and start picking it up and do some farm plots to over here. Maybe we start it over here so that we can have them placed appropriately. And then, because it's got to go back when we still need our torches here. Actually, I don't have any torches heading that way at all. Anyway, so Rayne wants to move in, and now we have the option to... I don't really have a lot of stuff to sell. We gotta make more money. That's the reality of it. How do we deal with this? So we need more money to build any of the future houses. And we also need to pick one because they're both kind of astronomical in price. We're going to put the seeds over here. Food. Food. Makes sense in my brain. So we have a feather and we got these flowers. Now, these are going to make red cherries, I assume. Do we want red flowers? Like the bottle brushes? Or do we want the waffle flowers to go here? I think we probably want the waffle flowers. I don't know, this just looks weird to me. I'll fix over here. Okay. Actually, that one could have gone here. See, I just don't know how I want any of this to function. Okay. I'm gonna knock some trees down. Oh. Don't have any food on me. Awkward. Okay. And we're actually able to pick up the hardwood trees, if y'all remember, so we can actually get rid of this tree too. It did its job well of telling me where I needed to turn, but now it's time for it to move. And there we go. 4 logs for a fully grown tree. Feels a little to me like we're wasting these poor trees' potential. Also, I wonder if there's a way to know what the weather will be so that I don't have to water the plants sometimes. Because that could save us in the morning if we know that rain is coming. We could just ignore that. Oh. Before we go back to town, because I want to go over there and work on that a little more, we want to grab that collection point. Right here? Yeah. So we want to put one by town and one over here, so that way no matter which area we're by, we can go ahead and put like, captured little jackaroos away. Now in the future, we're going to get bulletin requests for other creatures, and we'll worry about those, of course, when we get to that point. But that's also an option for making some pretty good money. We'll want to, as bad as it feels to say it out loud, because my brain hates it, we're going to want more cages, more animal traps, so that we can take them where they need to go. We can bring them over here. Alright. Gonna put it here. There we go. No road leading to it at this point, but that's okay. So let's just have a quick think. Let's think together. Do we want to bring the farming lady, the plant lady, to our town, or the bug person first? The bug is just a museum. We know where both of these people are going to have their buildings placed, so that's not really the hard part. The hard part is figuring out which one to bring first because they both cost so much. I think that plants are probably a better investment for us because we're actually making consistent money on that, while donations to the museum are good. They give us the blue monies so we can make, you know, buildings and get our license and stuff. Doesn't really help us in the short term to be able to pay off stuff. So I think we're going to bring the plant lady. She'll help us be able to make more money to pay her off for building and eventually be able to bring Not even just other people, but I don't think the buildings are going to get any cheaper. So she'll help us be able to pay some stuff off. Stuff we can sell to John in various ways. Because until we can actually make stuff with some of the stuff we're growing, it's better just to sell it to John. And I'm sure at some point we're going to reach a point where it'll be better to... I'm trying to think of the words. Be better to make prepared foods or stuff with them. Like refine them further, but... For now... It's probably acceptable to just sell them the raw ingredients. Okay. Cleared out a bunch of trees and stuff here. So what we're looking for is this one. Oof, we made ourselves tired. Swung and away. Alright, Fletch. I've made a decision. Let's talk about the town. While I'm tired and drippy. Can I see our deeds? We're gonna do the plant ladies first, which we can make all that. Yep. Yep. Alright. And we're gonna make our first donation, but it's only gonna be about 10,000. At least for now. So let's go figure out where her shop... Well, we know where. Let's go figure out if we wanted... how we want to approach this. Because we now have a very important task of deciding if we want the entire base to have grass under it or just the outline. You're only going to be seeing just the outline. Like you see how this is... So do we want this or do we want it to be underneath the floor, so like fill this square in? Because you can't do it after. For reference, you can't do it after. Kind of makes sense that there's not grass under it, right? Let's see how big this deed ends up being, because it should go right here. Yeah, this is where we were going to put it. And, we're going to have it be around. So, we're going to clean out that square there. Like 4. Okay, like that. It makes sense that grass is not growing underneath the house for... There's a building there. So that's gonna go there. Yep, good place for it. And I'm pretty sure this piece of grass is where the walkway needs to be. We'll see. We'll see what it needs in a few. There's our fur grass, though. That's a path. Alright, so we can see it. Do we want this grass? No, because we left this space. So this will be torches and stuff, and then up and for torches. Okay. That's how we're doing it. That's what we have decided on here. Okay. Okay, so this is our current housing space. And I'm not sure if we're gonna... Do we want a buffer over here at the back? For like a wall, maybe? Maybe. Let's chop this tree down. We got this row, which I'm thinking we can just place our row of wall here, like decorative wall. Oops. We were picking this up and putting it back down. There we go, brain. So the reason I'm not bothering with this strip is it'll go away on its own when we place in the actual walkway here. So I'm really not worried about that one. But the rest of this grass kind of needs to go away because it's the wrong color. This is not the town grass color that we're after. Okay. Just kind of take care of it like this. This is probably not the most efficient way. I don't know. There's gotta be a more efficient way to deal with all of the grass when you're trying to terraform a big area. I just don't know what it is. Alright. That, yeah. Kind of works. We're almost done. I was gonna be like, ah, good enough, and then walk away and go work on something else real quick. But, this is actually fine. We should have enough time to go home and get items prepared so that hopefully by tomorrow we have that greenhouse being built so she can come into town. Which honestly we may have jumped the gun a little deciding, hey, look, we gotta bring this chick in, but I figure if everyone in the town is supposed to help each other clear out the town debt, then she's probably gonna be helpful in that regard too. Supposedly we all make donations to it. Okay. The areas that matter are cleared. Exhausted myself. Oops. There we are. Okay. So we still need to finish filling in this area. Got green growing in sporadic spots. Alright, so let's... Yes, because we want to track the requirements. Okay. Oh, so the greenhouse is where we're going to spend some quartz, it looks like. Head home. Slowly. Tropical grass. We got quite a bit more of that. Which, if you look at the map here, this tiny thin thing is kind of what I want to get rid of. And, like, we clearly have bigger areas of that grass. So I just maybe need to spend a day there. Fir grass is only down here and in smaller patches. So turning most of the town that green down here, it's going to be quite interesting. Because this is not where it grows normally. Ah, being a human. Restructuring the world. What is a billabong? It's something Fletch mentioned. But as I outed myself in last episode, I don't know what that is. Ooh, a clean inventory. Okay. So we need, surprisingly, nothing out of that box. Okay. 5 of these. We need 4 of those. 10 of my crystals. Gonna need those. Plus 10 rocks. Need 4 copper bars. Which that one honestly is the part that hurts the most. We don't have a lot of copper. Alright, so we just gotta make this into... Oh, our fishy lights do not work very well, do they? Weird. Gotta make some more cement. And then we've got all of the stuff we need and can go donate that so that in tomorrow's episode they start building her greenhouse for her. There we go. Now it's all in a line. We are halfway there. I find it weird, my fish lights, like, do not light up the creature very well. Has it always been like that, guys? Or is that like a glitchy bug thing going on right now? Okay. There we go. 2 more rocks to go, guys. 2 more. Alright, this will be the last rock, and we can go turn in the materials. There we go. Go turn this in so that these start growing in our next episode. Growing? I saw the tree. Maybe that's where the word came from. But honestly, it's not totally wrong because they're growing a building. They're building the building. Listen, I never claimed that I made sense. Okay. And here's all the items they asked me for. Yay! Construction will begin tomorrow. And again, I still need to put in the pathway for his door, which appears to take both of these spots here. I think hers will be just where this bush is. The museum's going here. The animal store, which kind of looks like a barn, is going to go here, across from the plants. And I know we eventually get a bank, which I think I'm going to put on this side. That way it's in town quite a bit. And when you're thinking about, like, pretend security as if somebody is ever going to raid me or something, my bank being further into town makes sense. It's harder to get to. Anyway, let's make our way back home. Okay. Oh, sleepy diggo. Hopefully this starts to produce fruit soon. It doesn't quite look like it's fully grown to me. Really excited to see them actually growing, doing the thing. We'll get 3 more tomorrow, which should put these 3. We got 1 and 2, because I want it in this corner. That's gonna be weird and offset. Because here it'd be behind the torch, but here is like the corner space. Maybe we'll just start and stop the trees at this level. And then this platform is like a different level? I don't know. That is a future me problem, not a tonight problem. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in another great day in Gracia, in our wonderful world of Dinkum. Sorry, I'm just doing a little stretch. If you've been enjoying the series so far and you want to see more, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Make sure to ring that little bell notification so you get all of the updates. And if you have the extra time and you want to support the channel more, I would love for you to come on down to my online store. The link will both be at the end of the video as well as in the description below. And until next time, everybody, stay safe out there. Bye-bye.